Hey, welcome or welcome back. It is as always good to see you today. It is Wednesday. I am on PTO, even though I worked for a couple of hours this morning at my regular job that I'm on PTO from, because it has something that I had to have done. And then I've also been working on my contract work, so yay vacation. But I am going out of town today for Gen Con in Indianapolis. I'll hopefully be able to record a little bit of stuff while I'm there, like I did last time a couple of years ago. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I will get this video edited this evening, this Wednesday evening. I'm hoping. We'll see. But we do have a video that Amberlynn uploaded yesterday, and it is titled, "This Has All Gone Way Too Far." So I will say that I've seen a screenshot of, I guess, a text message on Instagram, maybe, that Tommy sent to somebody. I don't recall who it was, but basically saying something about that, along the lines of that, that she and Amberlynn didn't deserve this treatment, I think, or whatever, and people were wrong about things. Basically disputing the claims against her. I know people are saying there's proof that she is a feeder. I have not seen this proof personally. There supposedly is a post, I may have mentioned this in the last video, a post where her late partner was talking about Tommy feeding her a dessert. I don't know if one post about somebody giving you a dessert qualifies as you being a feeder. I haven't seen anything else, and unless I see things like for myself or from somebody that I trust who have taken the screenshot themselves, then I'm not going to give it very much credence. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I haven't seen it and have been able to verify it myself. And I know people can make up screenshots, people can fake all kinds of things. Anybody can say in a comment, "Oh, well, I know her and she does this and this." I could say that. I can make a fake account and log in and say, "Well, I know Tommy personally and I know that she does this and this." I don't know her. I don't know shit about her. So I will say, people do some weird shit, basically.
And just to kind of drive this point home, if you all remember the channel Frog and Possum, there was a little bit of controversy a couple of years ago when they were kind of, quote, leaked some, I think it was DMs between Becky and some person. This person allegedly had a conversation with Becky and leaked it to Frog and Possum. Turned out that it was all fake, and this caused a lot of issues. Frog and Possum stopped posting. I'm not sure if this was the reason why, but they haven't really posted since. So I would take things with a grain of salt. You never know when somebody's just making shit up.
Like I mentioned before, we do not know Tommy, and we do not know her late partner, and we do not know their relationship. So without having 100% proof, I am not going to say that Tommy was a feeder. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, if you are new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I do speed Amberlynn up to 1.25 speed, because she does speak a little too slowly for me. So all that being said, let's go ahead and see what our girl has to say. First, I will say this video is pretty short. It's under 9 minutes. And she does seem to be wearing one of those see-through mesh type shirts with like a bra underneath, maybe. I'd say not a great look, but let's go ahead. Also, didn't she say she was taking a break for a while? It's been 3 days since that video and then this one, so not too long of a break. We'll see. Also, just really quick, I know people were there is always the possibility that she's doing the same thing with Tommy that she did with Wifey, and saying that, "Oh, we broke up," and then actually in like 2 weeks she has a new girlfriend that's somebody completely different when it's really the same person. I will say that whenever she did that with Wifey, she wasn't upset or sad at all. In this one, she was upset and crying. Amberlynn isn't that good of an actor. So, I would say they are actually broken up. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so I originally had a different video that I was gonna have go up today, but I just
Oh,
feel like
really?
a lot is happening and it's super overwhelming. I don't know. Like I'm only one person over here. There's just like so much is being said, and I know legal terms love to be thrown around like slander, defamation. 9 times out of 10, people don't really know what they're talking about. But I feel like in the situation,
So I will say that if people are, so slander and defamation are two different things. One is in writing and the other is in speech, I believe. Slander is the one that's verbal. Let me double check that just to make sure. Um, oh, it's slander and libel. That's right. Yeah, slander is verbally with attempt to defame. Libel is written. Um, how the only way there could be a lawsuit is if people are actually like contacting Tommy's employer and Tommy ends up losing her job because of this. Then Tommy could go after people for slander and defamation because it's hurting her reputation, it's hurting her character, and it's made her lose her job. So that would be how Tommy could be able to. But again, it's faceless people on the internet. So unless she has somebody specific, like if she could point to a reaction channel, which I haven't seen anybody else's videos about this situation, so I don't know what anybody else has said. But if somebody were to come in and say she's a feeder, and then people watch that video and start spreading and everything, if they could say, look, this reaction channel is the one that started this and people started contacting my job, then she could possibly sue that reaction channel for defamation and for slander because it would have hurt her income and her livelihood, her reputation.
that have been happening recently, there is a lot of slander. There is a lot of defamation. Like there's a difference between like gossiping versus like downright, straight up defamation, lies, completely making up stories that aren't true at all. I told myself I would never talk about this to protect myself because it is scary because there's a lot that goes in it, but like if I can somehow prove that I'm not lying, then I'm going to do that. I shouldn't have to.
So I don't know what she's going to prove, but what was she? I mean, is it that people thought that Valentine and Tommy were the same person? Is that what it is?
I shouldn't have to stand here and do this. Like I honestly feel pathetic. I feel triggered. I feel just like YouTube is ruining my life. Like truly ruining my life. And I have
This is a weird situation because people have interfered in her real life. They did it with the weight loss surgery clinic and they've done it with this by reaching out to people in Tommy's life and Tommy's late partner's life and contacting people. Um, so that I would say that is going too far. People just talking about shit online though, um, is just that people talking shit online. But whenever you start reaching out to people off the internet, out in the real world, outside of our little bubbles here, then that's when it gets to be a bit much. As far as ruining her life, I would say that's taking it a bit far. I mean, yeah, people. A lot of this stuff may have been the reason why Tommy and Amberlynn broke up, but like I mentioned in the last video, we don't know Tommy's motives. We don't know anything about her too much, except for what we've seen clips of here and there. Um, and we are making snap judgments on her based on these few little things. And that's not okay. People are complex. And Amberlynn did put it out there. She was trying to share something that made her happy, and people took it and ran with it. People started digging up shit. Now, I don't know if anybody would do this to any other channel they watched. Like, for example, Beatrice Caruso, whenever she got a boyfriend last year, I didn't see anybody saying, like, oh, let's go dig into his life and start digging up shit on him, trying to find information or anything like that. It seems to be just with like Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty that people do this. And I mean, it's really not okay to do that to people, but anyway, sorry.
I've gone through a lot with YouTube. I've gone through a fucking lot. I have had some serious highs and I've had some serious lows, but something about everything that's been happening, it has hit different. It has affected.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say then maybe it's time to take a step back. Maybe it's time to take a step back from YouTube and just live your life offline. Take a very long break from your channel. Take a very long break from YouTube. Just live your life and reset. The bad thing is YouTube is her income. So that's what it would be. Maybe she can just start a gaming channel. She can turn into a Fortnite gaming channel.
Affected me differently than anything else ever has. And seeing what a large chunk of whatever this community is doing, seeing what you guys are doing, has made me just not want to do YouTube anymore. And that scares me because that means I'm about to drastically change my life if I choose to take a step back. I really don't want to stand here and cry and be whiny. I don't want to do any of that because I do take partial credit into all of this. Years ago, I became a fucking troll. A huge troll. I almost asked for the negativity, especially.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of did. She was trolling and doing things, and I know people think Amberlynn lies about every little thing. She doesn't lie about everything. She does lie about stupid shit. And I think a lot of the things that Amber may, quote, lie about is just that she may not tell the full story and it confuses people, or she doesn't remember things 100% correctly because her memory isn't that great. Especially if it's something from like 8 or 9 years ago. She may not remember what she said or how something happened exactly. But a lot of it is just by omission. People think she's lying. And sometimes she will lie by omission. And then she has to try to clarify it later whenever people are like, wait a minute. And then that's where she gets caught sometimes. But sometimes she just simply doesn't fill in major details of things and she's just kind of giving a brief overview and people think she's lying about something.
Like 2019, 2018, 2017, I almost asked for it. Any attention was good attention for me, even if it was bad, even if it made me feel like shit. But as someone who's going to be 34 years old,
yep,
I regret that. I regret that side of me. But we do shit in our 20s that we regret. Unfortunately, it's like this is just staying with me. As much as I grow up, as much as I try to change, whether that just be in my personal life or on YouTube, you guys won't change with me. You guys are.
I will say, we need to give people room to grow and change and be better. We gave Mama Lynn that benefit. We do need to let Amberlynn try to grow and change and be better. The bad thing is, she'll say and do something that's like, oh, you haven't changed at all. As far as like her weight loss and the way she acts with that and behaves with that, no change. As far as a person, mentally and emotionally, there's been just a smidge, but not a lot. She needs to take. She still doesn't take accountability. I mean, she is saying here now, yeah, it's my fault for kind of fostering this environment.
Aren't changing with me, and I'm just like stuck in this weird girl world, like Amberverse, negative, just like horrible space. And I want to break up with it. I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I just don't know what to do. Stepping away from any sort of job is hard, and it takes time and thought, and you need to figure out, like, okay, so if I step away, what are my next steps? I have to figure that out. I need to do it in private, but that's not what this is about. I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about this. I am. So many of you thought Valentine was fake. That was the biggest thing. Valentine isn't real. Valentine isn't real. And I accepted it for what it was. I was like, they don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm actively having.
I really didn't give a shit whether she was real or not. I did think she was a real person, but I mean, whatever.
So much fucking anxiety for what I'm about to say. Like, whoo. Valentine's name is Erica, and Erica had a wife. I'm about to reveal screenshots that I could find because this is the only way.
Erica with a wife. All right, that's enough info. People are going to find this person now. We only had like a very little bit of info about wifey. People found her.
that I'm going to prove it. Here is me not making time for my friends because I am literally.
We're divorced officially. I've spent the whole day on the phone with Erica. Exactly, no time for me. Wait, who's this conversation with?
Always, because this is the only way that I'm going to prove it. Here is me not making time for my friends because I am literally always giving every single part of me to Erica. You guys know I struggle.
Oh, okay, so that was a friend. Is this Alexis? I mean, I don't really want to beg for you to be around if I'm not a priority to you like I used to be. You started dating Erica and you literally stopped talking to me almost completely. It's fine. It just makes me sad. And Amberlynn says, I didn't mean to do that. I just give a lot of my energy to her and then I feel like my social battery is gone. But I'll have to do better because I want you in my life and I want to talk to you and be there for you. So this is something that a lot of people do when they get into a new relationship or meet somebody new. That person becomes their whole world. And I think it has to do with Amberlynn's bipolar disorder. It seems to be pretty common from what I understand.
With BPD. So one of those things is when I get into a relationship, my partner literally consumes me, whether they try to or not. Do you guys remember that night when my mom stayed the night with me and we colored like children? And people were like, oh my God, they're such children. Yeah, that was when I was.
Right, June 16th. Yeah, her mom stayed the night. She says, "Do you want to call me?" So this might be Alexis here that she's talking to. I don't know though.
Breaking up with Erica. Here's my friend Alexis just being Alexis. And to top it all off, here's a screenshot of me telling Alexis.
It was Alexis.
Erica's
Okay.
wife called me while I was at a birthday party. Remember that birthday?
Oh, I'm at a fucking birthday party, and Erica's wife found out about me and just called me. I cried the whole call. Oh wow. Oh no. This is June 23rd. And her mom stayed over on June 16th. Oh no! Ooh, the drama.
Went to when I was outside. It was super hot. It was at a park.
Yeah.
It was that day. You guys went from believing Valentine was fake to them believing Valentine was my most recent ex, all for entertainment while actively ruining people's lives. Valentine was real. I have never lied. So many times people be like, why don't you ever talk about her? Like, why don't you ever show her? Why don't we ever hear? Because of this. Amberlynn, why are your videos so boring? Like, why aren't people in your videos? Because of this. Amberlynn, why don't.
I will say this is true. This is why people are not in her videos, especially somebody that she starts dating or is interested in, because if they've seen anything, they've seen the progression of girlfriends. Now, first of all, I don't know why they would want to date Amberlynn because of how she has treated past girlfriends. She has been a little emotionally and financially abusive in those relationships, especially with Becky. But she did get better with Wifey, but she still had that very wanted, controlling type behavior. If you have any skeleton in your closet whatsoever, don't appear in Amberlynn's video.
Why don't you show up at your job more? Why don't you put more effort into your videos? Because of this. Amberlynn, why do you like have an attitude towards reaction channels and to your audience? Because of this. Still.
Hey, hey, hey. Not all of us do that. Not all of us speculate on some itty bitty thing and spread it. Granted, my audience is very small compared to some of the channels that do these things and post these very inflammatory titles for their videos.
Through it all, I have been able to manage a positive outlook on life, whether you guys see that or not. I try my hardest in my real life to be happy and bubbly and positive, but I feel like I'm losing sight of that person, like the person that I tried so hard to be, especially once I moved to Oklahoma and moved in by myself. Like, I felt myself changing and being better and improving in multiple different ways, and now I just feel myself backtracking, and that scares me, and I don't want to be in that position. It's just like everyone in this situation is fucking hurting and feeling the gravity of it, while hundreds of people get to just sit back and watch it as if it's entertainment. These are real lives being messed with. Real lives. I can't sit back and let it happen and watch it happen. I can't support it. I can't condone it. Never would. And I know a lot of you don't either. Like, I'm getting so many messages on Instagram every single day of people that are literal, even haters, that are like, this isn't right. Like, what you're going through is not okay. It's something I have very strongly learned, and I have known from the beginning. Reaction channels don't care about me. Neither do the haters. All they care about.
Hey, hey, come on now. I care about people in general. I may not like people, but I care about people in general. Amberlynn has her issues. She's done some shitty things. But regardless of how you feel about Amberlynn, you shouldn't treat people this way. And for people to, like I said, take things offline into the lives of these people is not okay. Do not interfere in people on YouTube's lives. Just don't. It's just not something that you should do. And it shouldn't be happening to Amberlynn. People should not be digging up things about this girl that she was seeing, trying to dig up things from her past relationship and saying and posting things about her late partner.
About how many views they can get, how much money they can make. And the only way they can do that is by disliking every single thing that I do, nitpicking every single thing that I do, creating drama and fake stories around every single part of my life, and doing it consistently. And that consistently has been wearing at me for years and years and years. And this is finally the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm personally hurt, and I'm lost, and I'm confused, and I don't know what to do from here on out. I struggle with BPD, so like everything that I'm feeling is normal, and I know that in my rational side, but like I'm feeling it at a magnitude that like normal people don't feel. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I just know that whatever I say, like it just feels like there's a large amount of people that are just deaf to my words. But if I can prove that Valentine isn't someone that you guys think it is, there's your proof.
All right, well that was a quick ending. Yeah, I will say, I mean, Amberlynn's probably not going to be done with YouTube because this is her income. She is still going to upload things. It may just be superficial things, but until she finds another source of income, she is going to still be uploading things. I'm fairly positive. As far as ruining her life, I wouldn't go that far. Now, maybe Tommy's, if people started contacting Tommy's employer and people in Tommy's life, they may have caused issues in Tommy's life. But with Amberlynn, just, they ruined a relationship, we can say that people doing these things. Which isn't okay. People may think that they're saving Tommy or saving Amberlynn from a feeder. Again, I will say that I have not seen 100% proof that Tommy is a feeder. And I mean, I could go try to look harder for it. I haven't had the time or energy to go try to dig up information on this. So, I mean, that's just kind of where I am with the whole Tommy thing. But I don't think Amberlynn's going to quit, but it seems like she may step back for a while. She probably has enough in savings where she could be okay for, I don't know, taking a month off. I will say that it's very interesting that after she broke up with Erica, Erica's wife found out about the relationship and then contacted Amberlynn. It's very interesting also that she's like, oh, I've been on the phone with Erica all day. Where was Erica's wife? I wonder if Erica's wife travels, or maybe was at work or something, and that was how Erica was able to do this. Maybe Amberlynn will be a little bit more discerning when it comes to online relationships, because you really don't know people until you meet them in person. And this person just basically trolled her for almost a year, for like 8 or 9 months. So, anyway, all that being said, I think that's all I have to say on that. I've blathered on for double the time of Amberlynn's video. Hopefully I'll get this edited on Wednesday, if not maybe Thursday evening, but I hope you all have an amazing day. Let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, all that jazzy jazz. And until next time, be safe and take care.